Okay, so we're going to take this picture that I pulled off the web of Tori's ring, and we're going to use the extract tool to begin with to give us a general outline, and then I'll clean up the rest of the area with this pen tool. Let's get us started. Filter, extract. And that gives us another window that shows we've got quite a big brush size, so let's take it. I think we're up too high. Let's do about a 12 brush. And these things you can just usually use the default. I'm going to use a white mat behind it, and we're just going to start. This is where a stylus and a pad would be good, but I'm just using my trackpad and my finger, so it'll be a little edgy here, a little rough. What we could do is move in more closely and maybe take this down a little bit, reduce the size of the brush. And I can always go in here, and if I really screwed up, this is pretty ragged, I can fix it. I can erase it and redo it. You can see I have quite a bit of junk there I don't need. But basically what we're doing is outlining this and telling it what areas we want to save. Anything within my green line is something I want to save. Anything beyond the green line is within the green line I'm saving. Outside the green line I'm getting rid of. Okay, now I'm ending the path there. Let me clean this up a little bit. I got the eraser tool, and I want to open this up. You'll see why in just a minute. Okay, let's get that. I need to have this gone too. Jeez, I'm making really... Oh well, this is for your instruction, so it doesn't matter that I'm goofing up. You'll goof up too. Okay, so you can see, you can be really rough with it. Now we're going to take this paint bucket, and that will show us which areas it's keeping. Now I'm going to say preview, not OK, which is throbbing at me. I'm going to say preview. If I say OK, I commit to it. But if I say preview, I have lots of options. Okay, you can see that it took away more than it should have in some areas. But not to worry, because with these tools we can modify this. And nice on the extract tool, you can always look at your original here and bring that original back with these two tools. This one is the cleanup tool, and this one is the edge touch-up tool, and I'll show you the two jobs that they do. By holding down Option, I can bring, let's see where I need it. I can bring the area that I mistakenly got rid of, I can bring it back. I usually use this tool in combination with other tools, with the pen tool, because it will give me soft edges, which is nice in some instances, but it's not real good for real close detail. This is the edge cleanup tool. By clicking that, you can see it really will clean up the edges. If I make the brush a little smaller, it'll get even closer in there and get those edges better. But we're going to actually use the pen tool to do the finishing touches there. But you can see it tidies things up pretty nicely. but there it kind of ate the tree. So if I push Option, that tells it to, whoops, let's get Cleanup tool, and I say Option, it'll bring it back in. It'll fill back in from the photo that's behind all of this. Maybe if I zoom in, that will show you a little better what I'm up to here. Clean up a little bit. I think there might be something more. I can always look. And what was there originally? Okay, there wasn't a whole lot there originally. So I guess we're good. Clean up the edges. Maybe a little smaller brush. Clean up the edges. And I'm just dragging this around. It's smart enough to know where those stray pixels are, and it's deleting them. As you can see, if you zoom in, you're going to get better results. And this is supposed to be gone, I think, right? As you can see, it's a pretty pixelated image to begin with, so we're just doing the best we can with what we have. I'm pushing Option to fill back in here where it ate some of the image. When I accept this and say OK, then you're going to see a checkerboard. That means that, well, let me just show you. That means that we only have this image left. I could put any background I wanted behind it. And now just a quick lesson on the pen tool, because this area I know will be easiest to do with the pen tool. Move these things out of the way, and here's the pen tool. And when you click and drag, you can turn this into a curve. And by touching Option, I can pull these into nice curves that match where I want to go. Oops. Close enough. Click and drag, and then pull out the curve so it matches our curve. And then we're going to close the path here. Let's take that path by clicking the Path tab, activating that, and getting rid of that. So you can see that was a much easier way than trying to get in there and erase all of that. The pen tool is great for hard edges. Now I'm just going to close the path and make a box around the stuff we want to get rid of. Going to come back to path, activate the path, and get rid of it. So there you are, pen tool and extract tool.